Imagine tearing down a racetrack, leaning into a corner, like really pushing it, only you're not on some stripped down sport bike. You're on a machine that somehow blends that raw speed with the unmatched luxury and comfort of a high-end cruiser. What kind of engineering marvel are we even talking about here? How do you bridge those worlds? Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take a stack of info, pull out those crucial nuggets, and, give you that shortcut to being really well informed. Today, we are diving deep into a release that's been making serious waves. It's the all-new 2025 CVO Road Glide RR.
Yeah, and this isn't just another bike rolling off the line. It's Harley-Davidson making a pretty bold statement. So our mission today for this deep dive is to really unpack what makes this CVO Road Glide RR such a groundbreaking machine. We'll look at everything from its actual race-bred DNA, the exclusive materials, some pretty wild stuff there, the performance figures, and yeah, that eye-watering price tag. You'll get the complete picture, really understand what sets this thing apart and why it feels like the next level for Harley-Davidson engineering.
Okay, so let's jump right in. What's the big deal here? What makes this Road Glide so special that it gets its own RR letters?
Well, what's really fascinating, I think, is that this bike is basically engineered to push limits using actual factory racing DNA. Yes, it's street legal, totally. But the core components, the whole philosophy behind it, developed directly by the Harley-Davidson factory racing team. You know, the guys competing in the Moto America Mission King of the Baggers series. This isn't just some marketing spin. It's a direct line.
King of the Baggers. Okay, so it literally has racing baked right into its core. That's where it gets really interesting for me. And it's not just about pure speed then, is it? It's also got that CVO aspect, that custom vehicle operation touch.
Exactly right. It manages to combine that pretty extraordinary performance that comes in the track with the, let's call it, obsessive attention to custom detail that you always expect from Harley-Davidson CVO bikes. These are limited production machines, after all. So yeah, it's this blend. Pure race performance meets high-end, almost bespoke craftsmanship.
Okay, when you say obsessive attention to detail and race spread, what does that actually look like? I mean, on the bike itself, what kind of materials are we talking about?
Yeah, this gets to the heart of how they actually achieve this level of performance and exclusivity, right?
Yeah.
The CVO Road Glide RR uses materials you normally associate with, like aerospace or fighter jets, maybe F1 cars. We're talking a full titanium exhaust system, extensive carbon fiber for the bodywork, precision machined billet aluminum components.
Whoa, hold on. Titanium, carbon fiber, billet aluminum on a bagger. That sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie almost. And the exhaust, that's specifically an Akrapovic system, isn't it?
Correct. It's an Akrapovic setup designed specifically for Harley-Davidson factory racing. Comes complete with these carbon fiber heat shields too, which look cool but also save weight. And visually, I mean, the bike just screams performance. It's got this Harley-Davidson racing orange finish with black and white accents, and you can see the actual weave of the carbon fiber under this deep gloss clear coat. It doesn't just have power, it absolutely looks the part.
All right. Let's get down to the numbers then. The engine. With all this race stuff and the fancy materials, how fast is this thing? What kind of power are we actually looking at?
Well, if you think about the bigger picture, like what a performance bagger can be, the engine is obviously key. This one features the Screaming Eagle 131 engine. That translates to a massive 131 cubic inches, or 2,153 cubic centimeters if you prefer metrics. It's big.
And the actual output. Because I remember seeing something about over 150 horsepower early on, and that really jumped out at me.
Yeah, the official specs are right there. 153 horsepower, that's 114 kilowatts, peaking at 5,750 RPM. And it pushes out a really hefty 150 foot-pounds of torque, or 204 newton meters, at 4,750 RPM. Redline is 6,500 RPM. It's a pushrod engine, 4 valves per cylinder, hydraulic self-adjusting lifters, running an 11-to-1 compression ratio, EFI, of course. It's even got a washable air cleaner and a pressurized dry sump oil system, which is pretty serious stuff for managing oil under hard riding. Make no mistake, this is a very, very serious power plant for a bagger platform.
Okay, so it definitely has the muscle, tons of it. But having all that power is one thing. Actually using it, especially on a twisty road course like in King of the Baggers, that's another challenge, right?
Yeah.
What's going on underneath? Chassis, suspension, brakes. How do they handle all that go?
Yeah, and this is where that race development really shows its value. The frame itself is, mild steel tubing, classic Harley structure in some ways. But the key difference is the swing arm. It's a one-piece billet aluminum performance swing arm, straight from the Harley-Davidson factory racing parts bin, essentially.
A billet aluminum swing arm. Okay, that speaks volumes about rigidity and performance focus. And the suspension sounds like it's equally top shelf.
Oh, absolutely. Up front, you've got Screamin' Eagle by Erlin's FGR 253 inverted forks, fully adjustable preload, compression, rebound damping, everything. And on the back, you've got these 14-inch Screamin' Eagle by Erlin's remote reservoir shocks. Again, fully adjustable. Stopping power comes from Brembo, racing spec, fully floating T-drive front rotors. 92 millimeters, 4-piston fixed radial calipers up front, single caliper out back. And yes, ABS is standard, naturally.
That is a serious shopping list of high-end race components. Millens, Brembo Racing. And the wheels, are they special too?
They are specific to this model. Black, a 7-spoke cast aluminum, but they have the CVO RR branding. Size-wise, it's a 19-inch front with a 1360 Dunlop Harley-Davidson series tire and an 18-inch rear with a wider 11055 Dunlop. It's all set up to allow for some pretty impressive lean angles too. 37 degrees on the right, 36 on the left, which for a bagger is significant.
Okay, so it's clearly a hardcore performance machine, but it is still a road glide, which usually means comfort, tech, maybe some longer rides. Does it still deliver on that front, or is it all just race bike now?
No, they definitely balanced it. It still needs to be a CVO, right? So the infotainment system runs Harley's latest Skyline OS. You get that big, bright 12.3-inch TFT color screen. Audio-wise, 125 watts per channel, two 6.5-inch fairing speakers. It supports Apple CarPlay, both wired and wireless now, plus Bluetooth for your phone or music player, and embedded navigation with real-time traffic and weather if you use the Wi-Fi hotspot feature.
That sounds like a pretty complete package on the tech side. Very modern. And given all that performance we talked about, I imagine safety electronics are a huge piece of this puzzle.
They absolutely are. The CVO Road Glide RR gets the full suite of what Harley calls rider safety enhancements. So you have ABS, electronic link braking, ELB, traction control, TCS, drag torque slip control, DSCS, that helps manage engine braking on downshifts. Also, vehicle hold control for hills and tire pressure monitoring, TPMS. But here's the really interesting part. It includes the cornering enhanced versions of a lot of these systems. So C8, ABS, CELB, CTCS, CDSCS. These use an IMU to understand lean angle and adjust intervention accordingly, giving you maximum control even when you're leaned over in a turn. Crucial for a performance bike like this.
Wow. Okay, this motorcycle sounds genuinely incredible. A true mix of like cutting-edge race tech and that CVO luxury feel, but something this specialized, this high-end, there's usually a catch, right? So what's the deal for someone who actually wants to, buy one?
Yeah, this brings us to the accessibility question, or maybe the exclusivity question. Production for the CVO Road Glide RR is extremely limited. We're talking only 131 units.
Yeah.
Hand-assembled, serialized motorcycles. That's it, worldwide.
131, just 131 globally. That is incredibly exclusive. Wow.
And, okay, how does that translate into the price? What are we looking at?
It translates into a manufacturer's suggested retail price, or MSRP, of $110,000 US, and it's only available through certain selected authorized Harley-Davidson dealers and only in the United States. It does come with a standard 24-month unlimited mileage warranty, though.
Phew, okay. $110,000, that's definitely going to be a shock for a lot of people, especially combined with only 131 being made. So for the vast majority who, either can't get one or maybe want that performance vibe without quite that price tag, are there other options? Can you upgrade your current Road Glide? Yes, and Harley-Davidson is very clear about that. They know this RR isn't for everyone. For other customers, they offer a whole range of Screamin' Eagle stage kits. And they even have these good, better, best ultimate build sheets specifically for upgrading both the newer 2024 and later Road Glides and Street Glides, as well as the previous generation from 2014 to 2023. So yeah, there are definitely ways to enhance performance significantly on other models to get some of that spirit without going for this very specific, very exclusive machine.
So there you have it. You've heard how Harley-Davidson took an icon, the Road Glide Tour, and basically injected it with pure factory racing DNA to create this limited edition powerhouse, the CVO Road Glide RR. We've hit the key points. The king of the bagger's roots, the aerospace materials like titanium and carbon fiber, that potent 153 horsepower engine, and of course the extreme exclusivity, just 131 bikes and then a $110,000 price. It really does redefine what a bagger can be.
Yeah, we've really tried to unpack what makes this bike so interesting. It's this merger of, truly extreme performance with that meticulous CVO craftsmanship. It's a machine that absolutely pushes the boundaries of the whole bagger category and maybe even shifts perceptions about the Harley-Davidson brand itself.
Right. And as we wrap up this deep dive, here's something for you to chew on, something that gets really interesting when you think about the implications. What does a motorcycle like this 2025 CVO Road Glide RR, born from racing, built with exotic stuff, super limited, super high value, what does it signal about how the whole definition of a performance motorcycle might be changing? And maybe even more broadly, what does it suggest about the future direction for an iconic brand like Harley-Davidson? And what could that mean for customization for high-end bikes across the entire two-wheeled world? Something to think about until our next deep dive.